Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. The past few weeks I was a bit under the weather, which is why I couldn't record myself much, but nonetheless this video is gonna be super special because I'm gonna be painting my nephew who recently turned 1. I had this idea about a year back when he was just a few days old, and I had taken this picture of him sleeping and looking super innocent, but somehow I didn't get a chance to draw him. So, on his first birthday, when I saw him again and he has grown up so much, I realized that he's not gonna be this young forever and I must paint him now. And so this video is about him. I started with a drawing of him first, and then I rubbed the back of the page with charcoal to be able to transfer the drawing onto the canvas. And this was my setup for the day. I was so happy that I could attach this board that I had painted earlier to the tripod, because I've been wanting to do this for such a long time because I don't have a proper painting easel for now. The ones that I like are too expensive, so this is a make-do easel for now, and for some reason it makes me feel so proud, even though it was not that difficult to do. But just the sheer fact that this is something that I did with my own hands makes me feel proud. But moving back to the painting, I started with blocking in the main colors first. I'm not working into the details at this point, and just having fun with it, trying to see if the colors are going well with each other. One thing that I'm trying to learn is to take decisions that steer away from the reference picture, because I tend to follow the reference picture so much that I am not able to ask myself that question, that whether something is good for the final painting or not, which means that even if something does not look good for the final painting, just because it is there in the reference picture, I tend to follow the same in my painting. But this time I tried to ask myself consistently whether something will look better if it was done differently. The next morning, I had to work on the portrait, especially because until that happens, I just don't get enough confidence that I can make a successful painting. So I started working little by little into the details of it. I look at the painting and I feel like the forehead is a bit too broad. And I want to discuss an interesting thing here, which is that a kid's face is largely generic, right? Their face usually has got a lot of fat, the features have not developed so much yet. But to the parents and to those who know the parents, they can pretty much recognize the features that the child has inherited. And so I decided to work on those areas more. At this stage, I am quite happy with how the face looks. It has pretty good likeness. And now the next big challenge is the drapery. I think it's funny because I had thought that I'll be able to move pretty ahead with the drapery today, but I'm struggling so much. It's going to teach me a lot, but I don't know. It's why is it so difficult? Drapery is difficult, and I have not really studied drapery, especially with these many folds before. So I think that's why I think it makes sense that I'm struggling so much. But hope it works out. After this stage, I feel like I was constantly inspired by the things that signify childhood to me, and as well as the moment when I had clicked this picture of him. It was such a peaceful, quiet, innocent moment, and I think that it somehow made its way into the painting. I changed the green to these warm blue tones because I felt like that looked more peaceful, and added these daisies, of course, because I think that's my personal touch on this painting. And I hope that years and years after, when he watches it, he remembers how beautiful this life is and how happy we were the moment he was born.